Hey guys, it's Caitlin and welcome to my channel. Anyways, so I had a really fun video for you this week. I literally have not had time, like, oh my gosh, I'm like breaking out so bad. I'm so freaking busy. It was my truth or dare video. I filmed a little bit of it, but I never had time to like go out and do all of my dares and all the stuff that I needed to do for that video. I'm not really sure when I'm going to post that, but I definitely will do it. I will fulfill all your dares. Just be patient. But today I finally am not busy, but I don't have anyone to help me film my truth or dare video. So I'm going to sit down in this corner and I'm going to do the most tag. Now I saw a video. Oh, who was it? I'm not sure who created it, but I thought it was kind of cool, so I used some of the videos, most questions, and then I kind of added my own, and I made my own list, and I'm going to be telling you my biggest experiences in those categories. So without further ado, let's get started. So the first one is the most sad I've ever been. Wow, great way to start the video. That's kind of a hard question. Let me think. I think the most sad that I've ever been is probably when I was... Oh my gosh. My heart just stopped. My picture from way up there just fell. So I'm gonna, oh cool, it's broken now. That's cool. Anyway, after that mini heart attack I just had, the most sad I've probably ever been was in 6th grade. I had a friend that I had for 2 years. We had been best friends for 2 years, and she got a disease. And I'm not gonna get into that, but I got really depressed in my life. It was just a bad time in my life, let's just put it that way. Moving on to something not depressing, the most proud I've ever been. The most proud I've ever been is probably when I was in band. I was a band nerd for 3 years, and I went to an all-region band competition, and I played clarinet. I got first chair in region, and that was when I saw that list posted on that door. I cannot tell you how I cried. I called my parents. I cried for like an hour, and then I cried on the way home on the bus. I was crying. I was so proud because the year before that I didn't even make all region band, and then I went from not making it to first chair. That was the best thing ever. The happiest I've ever been. I don't really know. I'm a generally happy person. I think okay, let's put it this let me change this up a little bit. The time that I am happiest is either when I am playing basketball, like in a basketball game, or when I'm hanging out with my friends and we're laughing our heads off because it's 3 in the morning and our minds are just not working. When I'm outside, I'm just generally a pretty happy person. Unless I'm tired, don't get near me, I'll slit your throat with a spoon. The most scared I've ever been, probably just then when that picture fell. Let me think. I went to a haunted house with my boyfriend, my only boyfriend, and it's called Nightmare on 19th Street, and I had never been there, and he called me when I was shopping with my dad, and he was like, hey, do you want to come to Nightmare on 19th Street with me? And I was like, oh, yeah, sure, let's go. And it's like 5 houses, and you like walk through them. I can remember going in there, and this was like 4 years ago, 5 years ago. I don't really know how long it was ago, but it was a long time ago, so I don't really remember that much about it. I can remember getting out of the first house, and he had his hands, like he was in front of me, and he had his hands like behind him, and I was holding his hands behind him. And I can remember getting out of the house, and his hands, like from his wrist down, were purple from me squeezing them so hard. I was so scared. But I went just this past Halloween, and I wasn't scared at all. I went with my friend Theory, and we had the best time ever. I wasn't even really that scared. The most pain I've ever been in. I know this one off the top of my head. We went to the mountains during the summer, I think, and we parked at bottom of the mountain campground and there's a top of the mountain campground. So we drove up the mountain and we camped kind of up high. Well, it flooded. It rained for 2 straight days and nights, and the whole bottom flooded, and we happened to be in the top campground, and so we couldn't leave. We were stranded. That day before, there was a dry riverbed when we got there. The day after we got there, the riverbed was full. Like, it had filled up overnight. So me and my brother were stupidly rolling rocks down the hill. I had one and I was rolling it by myself, and my brother's here's me rolling a rock. Here's my brother at the top of this super steep hill. He rolls a rock down, and my hand, this hand, got crushed between both of the rocks. Like, there was a giant boulder on each side, and it crushed, can you see that? But right here, it crushed my knuckle, and my whole hand bruised, and it crushed my bone, and I had to have 2 surgeries on it. But we were stranded, so we couldn't leave, so we had to spend the night there with my broken freaking finger in the mountains for like 2 days, and then we left. It was awful. I remember laying in the bed in our camper, screaming with an ice pack on my hand. It was, oh my gosh, maddest I've ever been. I'm not a person that gets mad at like really small things, but the maddest I've ever been was actually kind of funny, because there was one time when in 6th grade, I thought it was so cool because I had an iPod Touch, and I lost it, and then someone found it and gave it back to me. Then I lost it again, and there's a little app that you can get on an iPod Touch called Text Now, and you can send text messages as an iPod Touch, and we texted that number, and someone texted back from my iPod. And I was so mad. Like, I was mad that we hadn't texted that person before, and I was just mad that I never got my iPod Touch back. The most excited I've ever been. Okay, so I've always been really intimidated by coaches. Like, not because I've played basketball almost my whole life, and some coaches just intimidate me bad, and teachers even intimidate me. I'm just intimidated by a lot of people. So I had a lot of coaches that I was really intimidated by, and I was at our school, there was A team and B team. This was back in middle school. There was A team and B team, and I made B team 7th and 8th grade year, and I was okay with that because I was really enjoying myself because I got to play almost the whole game. And so right in the middle of the season, right after Christmas break, our main coach got back from having a baby, and my B team coach asked me to meet them in their office. So I went in there, and they closed the door. I was in a room with 6 coaches by myself. I was so scared. I thought I had done something wrong, like I was failing a class or something. But basically, they were just like, so how do you think the season's going? And I was like, oh, good. And yeah, and the A team coach asked me to be on A team, and I was freaking out. I was so excited. And because at the beginning of the year, I was so upset that I didn't make A team. I thought I really would, but I didn't. So when I got asked, I was so happy. Okay, the last one is the most annoyed I've ever been. So if you haven't noticed yet, I just realized that I haven't said anything. I got my braces off like 2 weeks ago because I haven't been posting anything in 2 weeks. I'm so sorry. I had braces when I was really, really young. Like, I was in 2nd or 3rd grade. I really don't know what grade I was in. But I had braces, and then I got them off, and then I got them back on again, and then I got those off, and they said that my jaw, like my face, I had a growth spurt, and my face grew too fast, so I got my bottom teeth got an underbite again, and so they had to put them back on, and they said it wasn't even my fault because I wore my retainers that I have now. I wore my retainers every single night, and it was not my fault. It was their fault. So they paid for the braces. I got braces for free. I had to get them again, and I just got them off the week before last week. So I was really mad when I had to get them put back on. Okay guys, so that is the end of this video. I hope you liked it. I'm sorry that I didn't post my Truth or Dare video. I will work on that, and I'm also working on a really fun video that I'm really excited to do because I don't know, I'm just so excited. But I'm going to keep it a secret until I do it. And If you want to see my last video that I did with a friend of mine, we did innuendo bingo, so if you want to go check that out, just go visit my channel. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up and comment down below some video requests that you have for me, because now that basketball season's over, hopefully I'll have a little bit more time on my hands to make better videos than me just sitting here in my nest and pressing record. Thank you for watching. I'll see you guys next time. Bye.